In my assessment, in a very short amount of time in office, the mayor has managed to divide this council, divide our community, and tarnish the image of this great city.
Yesterday, the Palm Coast City Council unanimously approved a vote of no confidence and a formal censure of Mayor Mike Norris, following an independent investigation that found violations of the city charter. Councilmember Charles Gambaro introduced the motion after reviewing the investigation's findings, which concluded that Norris acted improperly towards city staff and exceeded his authority as defined by the charter.
The accusations that led to the investigation have been substantiated and are extremely concerning, especially the substantiated finding of malfeasance. And I'm truly disappointed with the mayor's behavior, the wild accusations against this council, members of our city staff, which has been clearly documented, and members of our community without any facts supporting his claims. Some examples of these were the Flagler Buzz interview, where he gave all of us the middle finger, the State of the City address, which was an embarrassment, and other many situations.
The investigation found that Norris pressured acting city manager Lauren Johnston and chief of staff Jason DeLorenzo to resign without council approval, a move deemed malfeasance under Florida statutes. It also documented unprofessional conduct, including derogatory comments, attempts to influence hiring based on age, and the use of profane language. Palm Coast Vice Mayor Teresa Pontieri.
I feel that what the mayor has done is the act of a coward. If you want to, rather than bring issues to this board and discuss them in a public forum with the rest of us, that is what a leader does. That's what a member of a governing body does. To call secret meetings where you're going to try to unilaterally get somebody to resign, which is just a euphemism for fire, and preface the conversation with, this is a one-way conversation, I think that's the act of a coward.
Councilmembers cited repeated violations of the charter and said Norris had been warned multiple times. Councilmember Ty Miller.
We've spent the last month listening to conspiracy. It's because I motioned for certain things. Well, quite frankly, the vice mayor's motioned for those same things several times over the last couple of years, and nothing like this has happened. Perhaps it's because the vice mayor hasn't been walking around City Hall, violating the charter, intimidating staff, using profanity, making judgments about people's appearance in an unprofessional manner. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe sometimes things happen because you caused them to happen, and maybe sometimes you're responsible for your own actions and not blame other people.
Originally, Councilman Gambaro moved to request Norris's removal by the governor. However, after discussion, the council instead voted to send a formal complaint to the Florida Commission on Ethics. Councilmember Dave Sullivan suggested that this route would provide stronger grounds for future action. The council may still request removal pending the Ethics Commission's findings. The council is also coordinating with the investigator, attorney Adam Brandon, to present the full findings on April 30th or in early May. Norris did not attend yesterday's meeting and has not responded to media inquiries. Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Wednesday, April 23rd. In brighter news from yesterday's meeting that we'll be covering this week on WNZF, Palm Coast may soon see a $16 million YMCA with an Olympic pool if the city, school board, and county each chip in. Meanwhile, the city is exploring selling Palm Harbor Golf Club on the condition it remains a golf course. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you.
Over the Easter weekend, deputies handled 617 calls for service, conducted 190 traffic stops, and 22 people were arrested and did not get their golden egg. Instead, they got to see the jail cell bars at the Green Roof Inn.
It was a busy holiday weekend for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Rick Staley.
Two of those notable arrests was an individual was found passed out inside a car at Subway in Palm Coast. During the investigation, after it was determined he did not have a medical episode, deputies conducted a DUI investigation and ultimately arrested him. During the arrest, he was found to have multiple needles in the back seat, including one with brown liquid that tested positive for heroin. He was taken to the Green Roof Inn. In another case, a habitual traffic offender fled from deputies who tried to stop him during a traffic stop for a traffic violation. He fled at speeds over 100 miles an hour in a 50-mile-per-hour zone. This habitual traffic offender attempted to turn on Interstate 95, where he lost control of his car and struck and knocked down a newly installed light. He then fled on foot, but was quickly apprehended. I'm glad that only his car was damaged and nobody was injured or killed by his reckless driving. And this ended with him going to the Green Roof Inn.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.